What is this? Cardboard box? It's a worker box. I wasn't expecting a worker box, but okay, cool. What is this, like a PsychSG crossover channel? What? Really thin. So cool. Wow, this is so clean. Look, this is my Aura ring. Okay, and you can compare it to the Aura ring, right? Okay, let's see the ratcheting thing. That feels good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Hello everyone and welcome to A Slice of My Life. This here is the Ratchet Ring by Project Ratchet. First of all, I'd like to give a huge shout out to the Project Ratchet team for sending this my way. Project Ratchet is a father and son team hailing from Stockholm, Sweden, and currently, Anders, who is the father, is located in South Korea, while the son, August, is located back home in Sweden. Of course, a shout out goes to the buddy Pluke for making all of this happen. I really appreciate the hard work, planning, and arranging for this to be passed around for reviewers to take a look at. There are a couple of other important things I'd like to mention. Firstly, by the time this video gets released, the Ratchet Ring Kickstarter campaign would already be live. The links to the Kickstarter page will be in the description box. Second, I would like to highlight that this review piece is a prototype made of stainless steel, while the final version of the Ratchet Ring will be made in titanium. There are some other key differences between this prototype and the final version as well, and I'll highlight them as we move along in this video. And when I say key differences, I really mean improvements, so you can expect a better product than what you'll be seeing in this video. To start the review proper, I'd like to say that there isn't going to be an unboxing section because this prototype was sent without the final packaging. However, what you saw at the very beginning of this video was my immediate reaction to the Ratchet Ring, and boy oh boy, it is impressive. So what is the Ratchet Ring? True to its name, it is a wearable fidget ring with a Ratchet style fidget factor. Let's first discuss the aesthetics of the ring. Personally, when I think of the words fidget and ring, I immediately think of the loophole ring spinner, and by extension, any ring spinner, and those are usually very chunky and don't fit on your finger like a regular ring does. The closest one to a ring I've experienced is the loophole mini, but the Ratchet Ring, oh my goodness, the Ratchet Ring looks just like any regular ring. Of course, it's not as thin as a regular ring, but here's a comparison. On my left hand is the Ratchet Ring, and on my right is an Aura ring. One look and you can tell that they are almost of the same thickness. And truthfully, Aura rings are designed to be discreet and look like a regular ring, and I cannot deny that the Ratchet Ring does the same here as well. In fact, because of how clean the design of the Ratchet Ring is, it really just looks like any regular ring. The finish of the final titanium Ratchet Ring will be a satin finish, much like what's here on this stainless steel prototype. The inside of the ring is also well done with a satin finish, and this prototype has the Project Ratchet logo lasered on. Let's move on to the fidget factor and experience of the Ratchet Ring. The ratcheting action of the Ratchet Ring is unidirectional and is very intuitive to actuate. It's easy and doesn't actually need any instructions. Just ratchet away. The feedback is soft and a little muted, yet each step is clearly noticeable. The best way I can describe it is like when you turn the winder of a wind-up toy with a stronger feedback. Also, it doesn't take much effort or pressure to start actuating it. It's made with a patent-pending ratchet function mechanic that's encased within the ring, which is more than impressive. There are many ways to fidget with the Ratchet Ring, but my two favorite ways are to actuate it with my other hand, or this way, where I have the ring on my middle finger and I actuate the ring with my thumb in an upward motion, almost the same motion as when you're snapping your fingers. Overall, I like the fidgeting experience of it, and I would classify the feedback as a soothing haptic type of feedback. Time for me to now make a confession. The prototype ring is actually a little too large for me. I wear a size 9.5 ring, but this prototype is a size 11. So in order for me to be able to fidget with the prototype, I had to stick a few layers of masking tape along the inside of the ring. Doing so really made a huge difference. Initially, I thought that I could just try using the Ratchet Ring even though it was larger, but because the satin finish was so smooth, I couldn't actuate the ratchet mechanism well. The ring would just turn on my finger. I also noticed that the mechanism doesn't work too well when you apply a heavy pressure onto it when trying to actuate it. However, to be fair, I was only applying the heavy pressure because I was trying to get the ring to sort of grip onto my finger. All of this was completely solved after I added the masking tape, so make sure you get a size that's suitable for you. I'm happy to share that the Ratchet Ring will be made in 3 sizes, size 8, 9 and 11, and so for me, I'm definitely getting a size 9. While I wear a size 9.5 on my index finger, a size 9 ring still fits, just a little tighter, but also that's the size for my ring finger and for my index finger on my right hand. For the exact inner diameter measurements, please check out the Kickstarter page. Again, links will all be in the description below. Let's move on to a sound demonstration and comparison. I'm trying to give you a slightly broader range for a better idea of the sound profile and volume, so I brought out the Loophole Mini, AC EDC Haptic Coin, Unquiet Hands Rocker Clicker, and the KAP Aztec Square Slider. I won't be doing any post-processing to the audio here, so that means no level boosting and no noise cancelling in order to give you the fairest representation of all the other items against the Ratchet Ring. I can safely say that the Ratchet Ring is the quietest of all of the items here, so if you're worried whether this may irritate the people around you, then there's nothing to worry about. Now it's time for my verdict, and I'd like to start with what I like and what I don't like about it. Overall, I enjoyed my time with the Ratchet Ring. I'm a huge fan of stainless steel when it comes to fidget stuff, so I'm actually quite bummed that I have to return this. However, knowing that the final Ratchet Ring is going to be made in titanium is one of the biggest plus points for me as well, since titanium is virtually rust-proof. I really like the ratcheting mechanism. I'm a fan of the ratchet style feedback. The biggest plus point for me is how sleek it is. It really disguises itself well as a regular ring, and with how well it's finished, the design doesn't shout, "Hello, look at me, I'm a fidget toy." Now, on to what I don't quite like about it. The first thing I'd like to point out is something I see as a double-edged sword, and that is the finish of the ring. The satin finish is beautiful, very well done, and adds a very classy touch to the Ratchet Ring. However, because of how smooth it is, it may slip around when you want to actuate the ratchet mechanism. On top of that, this is only offered in 3 sizes, and with such a smooth finish, I can't say that it will translate to an enjoyable fidgeting experience for everyone. My assumption is that anyone looking to get a Ratchet Ring probably has an idea of which finger they want to wear the ring on, and everyone has a different hand, finger and ring size. Again, I had to add the masking tape for a better fit, and in general, the surface of masking tape has some grip, unlike the smoothness of the actual finish of the ring. And let's be real, using masking tape is nothing close to a long-term permanent solution. Also, satin finishes scuff up easily. I believe I'm the 3rd reviewer that this prototype has been passed to, and I'm not going to try to mask how many scratches it has. Also, because of the way the ring is made, I don't believe you'll be able to refinish this ring without possibly causing some permanent damage to the ring. And that is my segue to the next point. The Ratchet Ring is not meant to be disassembled. Again, this is one of those double-edged sword situations. I've gotten confirmation that there are no bearings in the Ratchet Ring, which would be the main point of failure of any rotary style fidget toy. And also, bearings tend to rust before any part of your fidget toy breaks, besides weak or bad glue jobs, so that's one less cause for concern. However, not being able to disassemble it means that I won't be able to take it apart to tinker with it if I ever run into a malfunction. Then again, it is a custom-made ratchet mechanism, so I probably wouldn't know how to fix it anyway. To wrap up the negatives that I shared, I'd like to say that in fairness, the points I made are rather niche and a little more on the quote-unquote technical side of things, to the point it's borderline just me being nitpicky. Finally, the most important factor is the price point. The Ratchet Ring is up on Kickstarter and is being listed at an early bird price of 140 euros, which translates to about 140 US dollars or 200 Singapore dollars. There was a super early bird pricing that is 10 euros cheaper, but those have been fully snapped up. So firstly, if you're worried about backing anything up on Kickstarter, then just know that I'm not going to try to change your mind. Yes, there always is a risk of not getting the reward for a campaign that you backed on Kickstarter, but at the same time, if you don't want to take part, then you have no right to say anything. That said though, I've personally backed this campaign. And also, it's already reached its campaign goal, so this project is definitely moving on to the next step. Congratulations to the Project Ratchet team. So going back to the price, yes, 140 euros is actually quite steep, but seeing that the Ratchet Ring will be CNC machined in titanium, and I can only imagine how intricate and small each part is going to be, the tooling alone is going to be very costly, so in my opinion, that helps to justify the price point. Also, from what I understand, when the Ratchet Ring goes to retail, it'll be more expensive, so that's an incentive to back them up as an early bird. All in all, if you're interested in a unique wearable fidget item that looks good and offers a discreet yet soothing fidgeting experience, this would be right up your alley and will literally fit well as part of your EDC. Again, you'll find links in the description. And that is it everyone, thank you so much for sharing in this slice of my life. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found it informative. If you did, please clicky the likey. Please also consider subscribing and make sure to hit the bell to be notified when I post new content. As I wrap things up, I'd like to thank Project Ratchet again for this opportunity to experience and review the prototype Ratchet Ring, and of course to Pluke, because without him, none of this would have happened in the first place. Lastly, a big shout out goes to the patrons of my Patreon page. You guys are awesome. Okay, that's it. I will catch all of you in my next slice. Bye!